Hi and welcome back. Today we're doing some quick budget decorating tips, and we're in my bedroom and I wanted to quickly show you some do-it-yourself projects that you can do. They'll take under a half an hour and they'll be ghetto cheap. So first I'm going to show you a headboard. A headboard is a super fun way to create a focal point in your room, and you can easily redecorate your room by just changing the fabric. So before, what we used to have is chocolate brown headboard with blue and white polka dots, because of course it matched the room, and chocolate brown was our theme, but I just wanted to change so it was quick and easy to recover. I got this piece of wood, this big piece of wood, and had Home Depot cut it to the size I wanted. Then I went to the fabric store and bought batting. I wrapped it in batting and then put the fabric on top and staple gunned it. Now when you're recovering something like this, you always want to start in the middle and work your way to the ends. And don't pull it too taut or you're going to get like pull marks. Just wrap it snugly, staple gun it, and keep going, and then do the ends last by folding them, tucking them, and staple gunning. Super easy. This was my first recovering project, and you'd never know that I made it myself. The whole headboard cost me under $20, and like I said, you can change it all the time by just buying new inexpensive fabric, wrapping it on top, and staple gunning it. I did drill some holes, and I made these buttons just by wrapping the buttons that you can get. You can get a button kit at the fabric store, and then I drilled it, and then I sewed the button through the hole in the wood. So yeah, there you go. Now for the curtains, which I also made myself because I wanted them to puddle a little bit on the floor. Big long curtains, and I wanted to hang them as high as I could towards the ceiling. So I made my own curtains. I do not know how to sew. What I did was use the fabric that I picked out that I thought was pretty, and then I folded it over and ironed with this iron tape, this iron steel tape. And you can see it just creates a nice little hem there without having to hem. I've actually washed these in the washing machine too, and the iron-on hem tape held. So you're not going to be able to wash them obviously every day like you would clothes, but for curtains, it's a perfect solution to making your own curtains when you're like me and you don't sew, and it's also a fraction of the time. Each panel took me about 10 minutes to make. So then you measure down at the top and you buy these grommets. They're called grommets at the fabric store. You lay them down, you lay this all out on the floor. Make sure you put towels underneath and don't iron right on your carpet because you might melt it. So if you put a towel underneath, that's probably a good thing to do. So after you've ironed all the seams, you lay it out and you trace the grommets, measure to the next one, trace, measure to the next one, trace. You want to make sure you get them evenly spaced. Then you cut out the traced hole and then put the grommet one underneath, one on top, and tap them together, and voila, you're able to just insert the rod and have pretty panels. Like I said, I bought some cheap fabric, made the grommets, made my own curtains, and then had someone make the pillows with the fabric because, let's be honest, I didn't know how to sew. Now there are ways to make non-sew pillows, but I decided I wanted zippers on them so I could wash them. So I paid $20 to have 3 pillows made. Still, ghetto cheap, great deal. I had some leftover fabric scraps, so I decided to wrap some cork boards and just make some cute little jewelry holders, but you could also just wrap old pieces of wood, especially if you have some left over from your headboard project, and hang those on your wall just as art. So everything sort of is tied together. Now lastly, I painted my own lamps. I picked up 2 lamps. I got these cool old vintage lamps from a tag sale, and they were 2 for $3, and I just spray painted them green, took them apart, spray painted them green, and then the bottom's white, and then attached a new lampshade. So again, for $3, I think with the spray paint, they probably cost me maybe $10 for 2 lamps, but they just add that pop of color. And with this same spray paint, I spray painted this mat inside an old picture frame. I have 3 picture frames, and I spray painted the mat. Now I've changed these twice now. They used to be chocolate brown. My lamps were chocolate brown, and the headboard was chocolate brown and blue, and I had chocolate brown pillows. So, I mean, just by changing a few things, you can completely change the feel of your room. Budget decorating at its best. Those are your tips of the day, and we'll see you next time.